Hi, and today I'm going to explain the 4 qualities of true love that are in the Buddhist concepts of what make up true love and the aspects of it. And I think in the West there has been created this sort of myth of what true romantic love is, and I think it's very much based on sort of an ego attachment in the sense of Eckhart Tolle, which I'll put a link to about the ego, of wanting the other person to fulfill a hole inside of us and to make us complete, and our attachment to them to give us that happiness in a will to possess way. And that's not true love, because we are whole and complete within ourselves, and we need to have love for ourselves first before we give it to another person. And if it is just a will to possess and this attachment to someone, then it's not true love. And the reasons why are because of these 4 qualities of true love. Now, what are they? They are loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity. Now, the first aspect of true love, loving kindness, in the Sanskrit is Maitri. I'm going to apologise now if I mispronounce any of the Sanskrit words. And loving kindness is the ability to offer happiness and kindness to our partners, the other person in the relationship, and being able to offer that to someone else. First of all, means we have to have loving kindness and be able to bring happiness to ourselves and cultivate it within ourselves, because we can't pour from an empty cup. And so being able to cultivate that first in ourselves is very important, and I'll put a link to a loving kindness meditation I've done to be able to cultivate it within ourselves. And so being able to give that then to our partner and the other person is the first aspect of true love, being able to give someone else happiness and the ability to through our presence. And the only way we can do that is having it in ourselves first. The second aspect, compassion, and in Sanskrit this is karuna, and having compassion for someone else is the ability to understand their suffering. And in order to do that, again, as with loving kindness, we have to first understand the suffering within ourselves and where it may come from, acknowledging there may be suffering within us and giving ourselves and understanding ourselves first. And once we've been able to do that, we can then understand the other person, why they might be suffering, and give them love and kindness and support. And in turn, they give us that as well. And understanding is a really important part of true love. And Thich Nhat Hanh talks about it, and I'll put a link to some of his books. He's a Zen Buddhist monk and has done a lot of books on true love. And he says that true love is not love without understanding. Love is understanding, and understanding ourselves, and then being able to understand the other person, because it means we can then offer them kindness and give them that compassion to help them, and they can then help us through anything. And using mindfulness and other techniques, we can get through difficulties together. So that is compassion. The third aspect is joy, which in Sanskrit is mudita. And it can sound quite simple, but is the relationship, is this love bringing us joy? Because if we're not happy and we're not joyful and we're not doing things with our partner that is bringing us joy, then it is not true love. It's like watering a plant. Joy is the water. It nourishes and helps blossom love between ourselves and the other person. And if we are upset or deeply unhappy or angry most of the time, then that is not true love. Because having true love means that we are able to have joy, we are able to bring and give joy to the other person, and they can give it to us as well. Fourth aspect is equanimity, and in Sanskrit this is apeksha. And equanimity can be sort of translated as respect and an equal non-judgment. It revolves around having true freedom within the relationship. And what I mean by freedom is the ability to be who you truly are, in a sense of not hiding part of who you are, or not feeling you can speak freely to your partner in who you are. We are able to be fully ourselves within the relationship with the other person. And what this also means is that we love the other person so that they can feel freely to be who they truly are. And in doing so, the distinction between the two of us breaks down, and there is no longer a distinction between us. My problems are their problems. My suffering is their suffering is my suffering. There is no longer separation between the two of us. We work through things completely together, but have respect between us that allows us to be truly who we are, whole and complete. But just that separation of problems and things that we go through has gone, because there is that mutual love and respect there that allows us to let go of that separation. And so we truly work through things together, you know, as a team, as a unit. And those are the 4 qualities of true love: loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity. And there are also 2 other aspects that are sort of throughout those 4, but are also important aspects that run through them, which is respect and trust. And without trust, if you have love but no trust, then it's not true love. There must be trust and respect within love, and that starts with, again, ourselves, having respect and trust in ourselves and confidence in ourselves of who we are as whole and complete beings, and that allows us to be able to give that respect and trust to the other person, and them in turn to us. And those are the 4 qualities, and they are very important, and I think they're very useful to look at relationships and also look at ourselves, and whether we have these qualities, and, you know, being able to cultivate them to bring us more joy and happiness into our lives and into a relationship with someone else, to cultivate that true love. And they are incredibly important, I think, and are what, as the Buddhist concepts, cultivate true, real love. So I hope you've enjoyed that info, and look at all the books below if you want to find out more, and please put in the comments anything else you'd like to see, any other aspects of on love or any other Buddhist concepts. Just let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys all really soon.